Welcome to Believe University. I'm your girl Burkeet, aka Queen Bee in the building. And today I have my girl Aria in the building. Hey sis. Already offered. So, how are you? How you feeling?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Good. I'm so glad that you're here.
Thank you for having me.
Bruh, it's been a minute. It's been so long, and you out here doing your thing.
Thank you.
You know, for people who don't know you, can you please give them a little introduction?
Yeah,
Because my girl does it all. Okay.
So my name is Aria. I am from Connecticut, but I live out here in Los Angeles.
Whoop, whoop. East Coast in the building.
I'm a singer-songwriter, background in professional dancing, and a God-fearing woman. Always got
First and foremost.
Yeah, and I'm just honestly just a normal girl, just always just on the process of self-growth all the time.
Yeah. I could definitely, from knowing you, I think now it would be almost like a year of knowing you, and I could see like the growth within itself,
for
and
sure.
like you always striving to be better, which has always been an inspiration to me. Like
Thank
you out here doing it. No, for real.
For real though, honestly, every day I'm like, okay, how can I be better than yesterday? Because I feel like as humans, we're constantly evolving. I'm like, I don't want to be like how I was yesterday.
Yeah.
I cannot succeed past that. So
Yeah. And I want to just talk about how when I first met you, we met through a mutual friend, and Aria literally was like, yo, Burkeet, if you have other talents, because I was telling her like what I'm passionate about, and she was like, don't let anyone dim your light. Like if you want to pursue it, do it now. She was like, I wish I did it when I was younger, and just to see you like transition into music, like how's that been? How has the journey of just creating freely and being you authentically, how's that been?
it's a roller coaster, but it's amazing. Like I love it so much.
Yeah.
I still love dance though, because I started off as a professional dancer, but it's just performing. Like I always wanted to perform. Like even when I was dancing, I wanted to be at the front. Like I stood out too much.
Same. No, you know when how like dancers are supposed to look synchronized, and when some people just got that it factor, that quality, that star quality.
Yeah.
That was me. I'm like, I'm shining, and I'm gonna be right in the center, in the middle.
So it's like I didn't book no jobs because it's like I want to be the
I'm the
center of
star.
attention. Yeah. So
that's so real.
yeah, no, it's like that's always what it was, and I just like love to perform.
Yeah.
So
Are you like, have you ever said like you were born to entertain?
Yeah,
Like just
like-
point blank period. That's what it
no,
is.
for sure. When I was younger, I didn't want baby dolls. I always tell people I didn't play with baby dolls. I didn't want to play outside. I wanted karaoke machines.
Period.
I wanted to sing. I grew up in a studio, like in a home studio.
I remember you telling me that it's like your family, like musically,
Yeah.
all just musically talented.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like I wanted to do what my big brother was doing. I wanted to do what my dad was doing. And
Yeah.
so I remember like I would picture myself performing like
On stage.
yeah, in front of millions of people when I was like 10 years old. That's what
Right.
I would sit in my room and do.
Me, literally,
Yeah.
have you ever done like your favorite artist, you would watch them on the screen and like you're just like mocking their moves and like having the microphone.
Always.
It's a whole show.
Yeah,
in the
always.
living room.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just always knew I wanted to be an entertainer. Like it's just what I love to do. I just started performing at 10.
Yes.
Honestly, before that though, like we used to have little talent shows with my family in Georgia and stuff. So we used to perform, and it's just I love it, honestly. And just to go back to what you were saying, I started off as a professional dancer, but I always knew I wanted to do music. I always told my close friends like I want to eventually like go to LA and do music, but dance was just easier for me at the time. But in 2020, I tore my Achilles and I had to get surgery.
Dang.
And it kind of gave me the green light to really just dive deeper into music, which it was a blessing in disguise. It sucked to have to not be able to walk for like a year or
God.
like
not even walk. Yeah.
like I was on a scooter.
Oh my God.
But even before that happened, I already had in my head like I want to do music. I already started recording like in a closet with some friends.
Oh, that's so
dope. So it made me dive deeper into it.
Yeah.
And it was a blessing. And now it's like it's amazing because I feel like it was a process. Like I finally found my people. I found my engineer. I found my producer.
Like your whole team.
Like, you know, it took a while, and I feel like at first it started off really bumpy.
Yeah.
But like it's like when you ride a bike, like you fall, you get back up, you try again, and that's the process. And I feel like now, like I reached the point where it's like, okay, I got my team. Yes, I got my team. Lit. So it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's definitely hard being an independent artist, but you know,
it's all worth it at
it's
the end
worth it,
when you know that like you have your whole cut and you own everything.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what
for
I mean?
sure,
Like,
for sure. Because by the time, like, usually when you get signed is when you already have a buzz.
Yes.
By that time you might not need it.
You don't.
Or you might will. You know, it depends. Like, I'm not opposed to being signed.
Yeah.
But
it gotta
has to be right. Yeah,
it gotta make sense. Come correct.
Yeah.
Like,
so, but the journey's amazing. Like, I love it. I feel so at home when I'm at the studio. I just feel so at home when I'm recording videos, even doing stuff like this. It's amazing.
It's like, this is where I was always supposed to be. I was supposed to always be doing. And
well, let's talk about you. I'm proud of you for making a podcast and doing other things.
Thank you.
I remember our talks and me telling you, branch out, like use your talent. So,
and you literally have inspired me because you were like one of the first people that was
like,
yo, and I could have heard different advice. Yeah. And not saying that like you listen to everything, but I feel like at the time when you first came out to LA, it was breathe, eat, live, dance.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing that you could branch out and do it all. Sure, you know what I mean? And I feel like dancers are the most talented.
Oh, we make everything.
Literally. Like, we can do it all. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, like I always say, it'd be a shame to sit on all those talents if God has blessed you with it all.
For sure.
I can't wait to see. I know I missed it because I was traveling. I was back home, but you invited me, I think it was like also for like your birthday celebration.
Yeah.
It was your music video to a single you're about to drop.
Yes, I'm so excited to drop it.
Okay, so it's giving like summer single vibes.
Summer single, party vibes. It was so much fun. The song is called Give Me Some More.
Give me some more. Stay tuned for that. When should they look out for that? When's the drop?
So I don't have the exact release yet, but it is going to be in July. So just turn on your post notifications on my page.
Yeah.
But it's going to be in July, probably the first or second week. But it's fun. We rented out a big space. We had a lot of people come. It was like a party. It was really good vibes. Like, and it was crazy because up until we shot the video, it was so stressful. Like,
I bet.
Like 3 days before we shot the video, the venue canceled on me.
No way.
Yeah, and then
you had to something else.
And I was on my birthday. They canceled, so they ruined my birthday. But it's okay because it works out. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
But like, and then I found another venue. Then on Saturday, mind you, my shoot is Sunday.
Yeah.
They canceled Saturday night.
Oh no,
we can't use it. Yeah. It was
so
just
two venues back to back.
Back to back. I had to I found the place Saturday night. Like,
stressed. I would have been so stressed.
I was so stressed, and but I trusted in God. You know, and I'm like, it's gonna work out. Like, I was like, I'm not canceling this shoot.
No, you can't.
I don't care. Like, it's happening,
bro. Your shot list, it looks so professional. I was like, sis, no play. She got the choreographer, the assistant director,
literally
everybody.
We upgraded.
We upgraded over here.
Yeah. So, but it turned out amazing. Like, I saw the video today. It's absolutely amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, stay tuned.
So yeah, July, guys, stay tuned. I'm gonna definitely drop it on my page because you know I want to support my girl.
Make sure you guys share it.
Yeah, of course you have to. You got to support the independent artists out there. You know what I mean? Like, and it would be like your last song. It's not Brown Sugar, guys. Brown Skin.
Brown Sugar.
But Brown Skin. I remember you would post on like Instagram like how you would hear it in the stores, like, or someone would post it and be like, who's this artist? Or like your Uber driver was one.
Yeah, no.
So it's just so crazy how your music is already like, you don't even know, but it's like already reaching.
Yeah, I'm grateful for anybody who listens to my music. I can have 10 people that like really support me. That's amazing. You know, I've had people reach out to me and say, you know, your music helped me get through these points in my life. Like, I wrote a song called Sober, and it was kind of like my story.
Yes. I love Sober. You
know, and I've had people reach out because of that song, like telling me they don't understand how much
it's like
that helped them, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I strive for in music, is just make it do something to people, even if it's a fun party song. Like, give me some more. Like, I want you to feel good when you hear it. You know, I want you to feel something. I want you to relate to it in a certain way. You know, so yeah,
we need that feeling back.
Yeah, we need the feeling. You know, but like, yeah, I didn't expect, because I just started dropping music like in 2022. I think I dropped Brown Skin. You know?
Wow.
You know, even though I've been doing music for a while, I just started putting out music. So I would say I'm a new artist. And the love and support that I get is so amazing. And I'm just
emotion,
ready.
Baby.
Yeah, emotion.
It's just the beginning.
So I'm ready to see the future, but I'm ready for this next one. I'm so excited for it.
It's gonna be. I already know.
Yeah, it's Afrobeat vibes.
You already know. Hold on. You know I love Afro.
Yeah,
I'm so mad I missed it, right? Like,
it's okay.
Next one.
What I want to do.
What?
Because it's like a dance song.
Dance challenge vibes.
Yeah. So,
say less.
Yeah. So we could get. I want to get like all my dancer friends. Okay, get in the studio. So.
And that's the one thing I would say to be great. Yeah, please hit me.
Yeah,
but for you to have that dance background, I bet that's just so great that you can just like, so many talented dope dancers that can just like hop on and do your dance.
But it's funny because like I have so many close friends that will pull up for me.
Yeah.
And for free. But I don't do that. Like I still pay them. Like I pay all my dancers. I pay anybody who's helping me or working with me on set. Like, I'm going to pay you because I appreciate you. Even if I can't pay you like Dancers Alliance rates or anything, like I'm going to pay you something. You know what I mean?
For your time, because I appreciate you.
Yeah, like I just feel like dancers are put at the bottom of the totem pole a lot. Like we do a lot and we're not appreciated enough. So when I am like up, I'm gonna take care of my dancers.
I'm gonna take care of my dancers.
They're gonna be on salary, okay? Yeah, they're gonna be on salary. I'm not doing any of that. But.
No, yeah. Okay, I don't know if I've ever asked you this, but when was? Okay, you said the green light. Okay, so let me rewind it. Was there anything in terms of, because now that you're talking about like dancers and alliance rates, where you were like, oh, like any like terrible dance horror stories that you've heard or have experienced? And we were like,
I think I never really auditioned for anything, to be honest, because I just knew I wanted to be an artist. Yeah. I knew when I went on tour, my first tour, I wanted to be my tour. Yeah. You're like, I always knew that, you know, like respectfully. Yeah. I mean, of course, if I got the opportunity, I would have went, but like, that's what I wanted, and that's still what I want. Like, my first tour is going to be my tour, or I'm going to be opening up for another artist on a tour. I want to be doing music. I don't want to be a backup dancer, you know?
Respectfully, because I even remember doing one of my first gigs, and I was just like, I don't really support what the type of, like, story behind this music video, and it's just like, you're pushing this artist brand and, like, everything. I was like, might as well just do what I want to do.
What you want to do. Like, you can create it, you know? And it's nice because you get to create your set. You get to create what you want. Even if you have a team involved, it's still all about you. Like, you don't have to wear this outfit that you don't want to wear because that's what they chose for you, you know? Yeah. But I feel like honestly, I just went through a lot with people in the industry.
Talk about it.
Yeah, like it's
people be showing their true colors.
And you know, like, we're all older now, so I feel like people grow and they evolve. Like, whoever they were years ago, they're probably not that person, because I'm not that person. And I was wild back then, you know, like I was childish, immature, like.
But you were growing up out here.
Yeah, but you're growing up. Yeah, I became an adult out here.
Yeah.
And so we've all made mistakes, but it's just like you have that trauma with people, like, in the dance industry, because it's like we're all growing and we're all young and we're all making mistakes to each other, and now there's this trauma that we have, but deep down inside it's like you still care, you still love for them. Yeah, you have love for them. So I think me is just like the trauma of seeing who I was before. So sometimes like stepping into a dance setting gives me anxiety.
Because it kind of
reminds me of who, like,
your old self.
Like, to see who I was before, like, sometimes, like, thinking about that, like, it gives me chills, because I'm like,
I'm so not her.
Yeah, I'm not her, like, person. At all. I'm such a different person, like, and life was lifing back then, but you know, like,
tell me about it.
I wouldn't trade it because I wouldn't be who I am. And you know me, like I constantly was giving you advice, and like it's coming from a real place,
you know.
It's coming from a place of me like being there and seeing how it is and seeing how the industry is, and not only the industry, just living in LA, period. Anybody who wants to move here, it's hard. You really don't get yourself together for like 2 years.
Someone said 3. Like once you hit the 3rd year mark, that's when like you know, like, okay,
I'm just now getting it together, to be honest. Like I'm just now like in a good place financially because you're chasing dreams. You know,
hustling.
But so I wouldn't necessarily say trauma of dance because I never auditioned. I've done jobs here and there, but I just love to dance, and I never did it for money.
It was same,
you know, like
it's I never the passion, the love of it.
And that's why I wanted to step back from it, because I love it so much. Like even being in class right now, I love dancing. But I hated that feeling when I was doing it for money and for a career, and I'm in class like trying to be the center because I need to be seen by this choreographer.
So now I can book this or that.
Like now I go, I'm
just
chilling.
for you.
I'm having fun and I feel so happy going. But I you know, everyone has their different traumas, you know, like, and I can't speak for anyone else. But for me, it was just like the trauma with people. But not saying anyone did anything to me, because I played a part in that trauma too. And it's just sometimes being around certain people till this day like brings me back. So I think my goal is to be able to let some of that stuff go
and just heal,
which I have, but I want to be able to let it go to a point where if I see somebody that, you know, I'm no longer friends with or something, I could just be like, hey, cool, and not feel weird about it. You know, we were young, we were kids. Like that's old. So
and we're healing, and that's constantly a journey.
We're all healing. We all come from different backgrounds. I don't know what this person went through. You don't know what I went through. You know, so when you're young, like even with you, you know, like if somebody is not a good person, just know that like you don't know what
they're going through,
and you have the choice, right? To decide if you want to like be around them, but you don't know what they're going through, so just give them grace. That's what I always say. You know, like, and that's something I learned because I didn't get grace.
No. Oh, see, and
you know,
let's talk about that, because I be around people. I'm like, bro, like you be making constant mistakes all the time, and then like you be so quick to judge someone and not give anyone grace. But it's like, bro, we're all learning and we're all gonna make mistakes.
Exactly. But you know, like during that time, it was like cut people off season. You know what I mean? Like cut them off. Like, you know, like if they're like,
what is it? Cancel culture.
Cancel culture. Like if they're detrimental to you, which is fine. I think that's important. Like if someone is not good for you, like, you know,
snip po.
But don't like, the thing is like, cause I had people I recently had to cut off in my life. And I always say like, if you're not good for me, like I'm going to distance myself, but it's always all love. All the time. It's always all love. It's no beef. You know, like if I see you, hey, what's up? But I made the choice to separate myself from those people for myself, for you, for my mental health, you know. But I still give those people grace. Like this person might be going through that, or this person, you know, who knows what they've been through. I don't know why they're acting like this, but I know as humans, we constantly evolve, and they're not going to always be like that. You know, so.
No, we grow apart and it's okay, and both can coexist, where I'm like, there's no love lost. But for me, if I keep you in my life, you're just gonna be blocking my blessings, and I'm gonna like not be focusing on me. And you gotta pour yourself. You gotta like, what is it? Like pouring into your cup. And to make sure it's full so that you can like pour into other people. I think that's just so important. And I'm glad that you're doing that. Like,
no, for sure too. And it's nice because I talk a lot. And I recently got a therapist, actually.
I've been saying it's long overdue. I've been needing a therapist for like the past 3-4 years. I recently got a therapist, and oh my God, how's that been? I love this, because I majored in psychology, so I understand the importance of having. We all need a therapist.
So it's funny because I feel like I'm talking more than her, because I have so much to say, you know, like, and I told her like, because I feel like therapy is important no matter where you are in your life, you know, like you could be the happiest you are in the world, but you probably got some childhood trauma that you don't know is trauma that maybe you need to talk about with a professional.
Yeah.
I also believe in God, so I feel like he's the
God
healer of all. Yeah, you know what I mean? But therapy is still important.
Yeah.
But like, I told her I'm honestly good mentally. Like I'm in the best place mentally I've ever been. I'm so much clearer. I love myself. Like I love where I am. Like I'm just happy. I have faith in God. We talk about faith a lot. And
that's amazing. Yeah. Is she also a believer?
Yeah.
It's like it's important to have. Yeah.
So, but I told her I still want to talk. You know what I mean? I still want to talk. I still want to like.
That's important.
Because I'm a human, right? I have my days. I have my good days and my bad days. But goes to say, I was talking to her like, and she's like, wow, your mindset is just so good. I'm like, well, it took work. It took a lot of self-work to get here. It took a lot of like people that I love and care about holding me accountable. Like, like, girl, what are you doing? Like, you need to fix yourself. You know, that's why it's important to have people that are honest in your corner.
Yes.
I hate it sometimes. I'm like, shut up.
Like, stop telling me.
Leave me alone.
But that's some real friends, and like you need to have people like that in your corner to like check you.
For sure. Yeah. So like I told her I wasn't always like this, but it took a lot. And like, so she's like, it don't sound like you need therapy. I'm like, yeah, I mean, but I do. You know what I mean? Because there's still some trauma that I know that like I'm healing from. And just to talk to someone else, because I'm also someone don't like telling people my business. Like, yeah, like I don't care how like I don't care how close you are. Like I never want to put my burdens onto anybody else. So I'll keep it inside and I'll pray about it. But if she's a stranger, you know,
she don't know, like, and you're getting paid to do this.
Yeah, you know, like, so it's been nice. Like, I had my session today, and it's been really nice.
Oh, I love that. No, now I'm like, okay, I'm about to go and get a
I'm gonna put you on.
Please do.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on.
Yeah, because it's so hard to find a good therapist, and people be like, "Oh, therapy's not for me," and I'm like, "Bro, you just probably didn't have
the right one."
It's like with anything, you just gotta
have to give it a chance.
Yeah.
Like the first few sessions was definitely awkward.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm like, but you have to get to know that person. It's just like being in a relationship.
Yeah.
It's like you're in a relationship with someone, you guys are constantly fighting in the beginning. You have to learn to love each other. You have to learn how to coexist with each other, you know.
It's a relationship.
Yeah, you know, and same with platonic friendships. Like you fight with your friends. Like I always tell people, like, just how you fight for your relationship, you need to fight for your friendships, because platonic friendships are just as important. You know, people don't understand that. And, you know, like it just takes time. Every relationship takes time, even a professional relationship. Yeah. Everything. Like people have to learn who you are.
And you got to learn who they are.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's going to take time at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure.
So you mentioned that you're a believer, you know? Yeah. And I'm realizing ever since my like trip back from Tulsa, I'm realizing that the Lord's been wanting this to be my ministry. And it's like, it's because it's such a comfortable space. And like, I've had friends open up to me on like in front of the camera where they were first shy. And then later they like tell me something that they never told me in front of camera, which is so crazy to me. So I wanted to just talk about a little about your journey, because I feel like you're kind of like my sister in Christ, even though we've been,
for sure.
I know you're going to start a Bible study. I don't know if that,
I still want to start a Bible study, but we'll get
into it. I've been going to Bible study actually. If you want to,
let me know.
Mondays, I got you, sis.
Yeah.
But yeah, like how's your journey been? Your walk with Christ? How's that been?
It's been so amazing. So I've always believed in God, and I always tell this story. I remember, because you know me, Ricky, I don't smoke or drink. I don't do any of that. I'm just a sober girl.
She's sober girl.
Just like that's what sober was about. The song I wrote, like. Everything I got through in life, I got through sober. And I think that's why I'm so strong mentally and spiritually and emotionally. Yeah. Because like I dealt with it. You know, sometimes people try to numb the pain with things, which that's what you do. That's what you do. But for me, like I came from like people in my family having certain addictions, and I just know that's not what I want for my life. So I choose not to do it. Also, like health is wealth to me. I want to take care of my body. I don't want to put bad things in my body every day. Like, you know, I'm trying to get snatched.
We get snatched over here.
You know,
no, I gotta protect the vocal cords.
Yeah,
you know?
But I talk about this story. When I first was in LA, I remember having roommates, and you know you're going through it when your room is a mess. Oh. It's just
That's what they say. It's your room is a representation of your mind.
No,
I remember
literally.
learning that in college, and it's.
And you know me, you've been to my house. You know I'm a neat freak.
Yes,
I'm a neat freak.
Everything.
I'm a neat freak. I don't do
clean.
it. Like, I'm clean. I'm spotless. I don't like it, but I catch myself if I'm in a bad space mentally. Like, I don't want to clean. Like, there's clothes everywhere.
I can relate.
And yeah, like I could just still picture my room at that moment because I had a roommate, so I wasn't really chilling in the living room or anything. But my room looked like a freaking junkyard. Like I remember it, and I was just so stressed out about like just going through family issues, you know, like. And the family issues was hard, especially because I was just moving to LA by myself. I was also struggling with bills at the time. My car just
no one be talking
I lost
about
my
this.
car. Yeah, you know, like, and everything just hit me at once, and I felt like I didn't have anyone. I felt alone. So I remember I was just crying. And I remember going to the liquor store and picking up a whole thing of vodka, and I remember like drinking it by myself. Vodka? Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. You drank it by yourself though?
I remember drinking the whole thing by myself. I was in a dark, no TV, messy room, and it was like I walked there at like 10 p.m. and I remember drinking it, and I was just like crying and drinking it and crying and drinking it, and like dark, like literally in a dark pitch black room, like on the floor on the edge of my bed. I could still like just think about it, gives me chills. And I remember waking up the next morning, and like that felt like a temporary void. Like it did nothing. Like I felt felt sad the next day.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, I'm not drinking no more. I'm not doing this. Like I need to get my mental right. And I had went to church service
the next day.
It was like the next like 3 days later.
Yeah.
And like that's when I like really started like having my faith, because I feel like I prayed to God that night. I was like, while I was drunk. Sorry, God.
It's our God, you know. Well, at least you came to Him, even in the midst of like, you know.
But I was like, I don't want to live like this no more.
Yeah.
You know, because I also had like thoughts that I didn't want to be here. Like life was just too hard. Like I've had those thoughts before, and it's just like I just ran to Him in that moment, and that's all that I knew.
And that's what He wants.
Yeah,
at the end
exactly,
of the day.
exactly. But still, in the midst of that, like, I was still lukewarm.
Girl, tell me about it.
Yeah, you know, like, I was lukewarm. So I would go to church on Sundays, but then talking to this guy the next day, or like gossiping about this girl, or, you know, like doing stuff, posting these pictures, or doing stuff that I really shouldn't be doing if you're trying to walk in God. But I'm like, well, I go to church on Sundays, so I have faith, so I'm good,
so good,
you know. And then I think I still was working on myself, and I feel like my relationship with God just wasn't. It was there, but it wasn't. I'm sure you've been there before. Like you believe, but you're not putting in the work.
Trust me. I've had to have those serious conversations with myself. Like, girl, you're talking a little bit more than what you're actually doing behind closed doors.
But we're human, you know, and it's like, I'm gonna get there, but so last September I got baptized. Ooh. Yeah, so last September I got baptized, and like I just started surrounding myself. Like for some reason, God was placing people in my life that were God fearing, and I was like, okay, before I got baptized, I started watching these videos on YouTube, and it was like 100 videos. It was like a cartoon, and it just helped you
understand the Bible.
Yeah.
Is it a Bible project, or like it's
something like that?
There's a lot. There's a lot of animated ones.
Because I never really read the Bible in whole. And I'm like, okay, like I want to understand it. So even at that part, when I'm like, as I'm watching this, I'm still lukewarm, right? But I'm like, I want to understand the Bible. So I started watching it. It was like every day, like day one. And I swear by video 5, I was like, okay, I need to be better. So then I started praying more, like morning devotionals, waking up like an hour earlier to just read my Bible and pray. And then studying, you know, going to church and being intentional with it, really trying to pay attention and learn. Because I feel like a lot of people, like, they go to church because they're in a down place and they just want to hear, well, what part of the message do I relate to in this moment? For me, instead of like hearing the word and hearing God's word and like praising Him in that moment, you know. So I was just trying to be more intentional with that. I stopped listening to
like
secular music.
Yeah.
But mind you, this is me on fire, right? Because I'm at a different journey now.
Yeah.
This is me on fire for God. Like that happens all the time. As soon as you like get baptized and you find out like you're on fire for God, like nobody could tell you nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I'm celibate. I'm not doing, all of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm still on fire for God, but I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, I'm obedient. Like I try my best to be obedient with him. I pray. I read my Bible. But I want to be me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I'm not about to cut out this song that I like from that I grew up with.
Yeah.
Because it's not talking about God, or I'm not going to just sing or write about, like, I'm not going to just make gospel music and force it. Like I do want to make gospel music one day, but I just want it to be as natural as possible. Yeah. And I'm like, why can't I talk about my experience in life, like even if it's not about God, like if I'm speaking about something I went through and other people could relate to it. So that's the point I'm at right now. Like I'm obedient. God knows I have faith in him. I'm trying my best, but I still want to live my life. And I don't mean live for the world either.
Oh, no.
But I feel like when you're on fire for God, it's just like,
trust me, I feel like I'm getting out of you're a nun.
Like you're a nun. And I feel like that's not realistic, especially because Jesus died for our sins, so he died for our sins, and not saying, oh, go openly sin. We're not doing that, but we're human and we fall short. And if we do fall short, we repent, and we repent for real,
But we live in this world.
Yeah, we live in this world, and he knows that we're human.
To OVO.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I love God and I have faith, and I hope one day, like, I can, but I just feel like I want to live my life.
Yes.
I don't want to go to the club. I don't want to get drunk. I don't want to. That's not what I mean.
But he knows your heart at the end of the day.
That was too much. You know what I mean?
Trust
like,
me.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm learning that balance right now.
Well, because there's different, like, and then I realized, like, I'm more spiritual than religious. Because at first I'm like, oh, I'm a Christian. No, I'm spiritual. I read my Bible and I know my Bible, and I have a relationship with God.
Exactly. That's
sometimes like religion could become culty, just like the cult that we just seen.
No. Thank you for this great segue. Thank you for this great. She gave me that assist now, guys. That was smooth, right? Because you were talking about this, and I've always wanted to talk to you about this after seeing you post it on your story.
Yeah.
I watched that 7M stuff, and
it's so crazy.
It's insane, because I remember when they dropped the trailer, and I was looking, I was like, oh, I've seen because their stuff goes viral all the time. I'm like, oh my God, I know this person. Like,
yeah, like we literally know them. Like we've danced with them, we've trained with them.
This is insane. Like they like would fall victim to this without even knowing, and like they were so. It was like in a vulnerable time when they wanted to get closer. Like right now, like when we're like, okay, we're trying to get closer to God, and then someone with an authoritative like power just uses it.
You know what's crazy too? Like watching that is so what I said before, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Like watching that is what made me realize I'm more spiritual than religious, and because watching that made me like think about like where I was in September, and when I was surrounded by certain people who was religious, and you can't do this, you can't do that, why are you doing this, why are you doing that, and religion can become cult like.
Of course,
you know what I mean? Like nobody judges more than
the religious people.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
that's why I had church hurt growing up, because I'm like, Mom, no, they're judgmental. If I can't wear this, I don't want to wear. Like, let me be a kid, please.
Exactly. So it's just like watching that. I prayed for them the next day. I felt so bad, because it's like a lot of these people they're craving God's presence in their life, and they want to learn and gain a relationship with God, and somebody's just sitting there manipulating them. Like it's really sad.
And the crazy thing is, because like half of the things he was saying, it was just his intention weren't in the right place. Yeah. But like he knows what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, he knows the Bible.
He reads the Bible, but he's like manipulating
what he does is like he flips it and makes it his way.
And makes it seem like he's God. And I was like, oh no. I felt so bad, because at the end of the day, it was like they just wanted to dance.
Yeah.
And the fact that he wanted to start a management company so that he could have control over the fact that he also did this to like past church members.
That's crazy. But you know what's crazy? Like back then when I was going through it, I would have fell for that, because he's targeting artists who are starving, struggling artists.
We don't have money. If
they want to make their big break. So if you're offering me all these brand deals, right? Like, and if brand deals, a place to stay, and I get to get closer to God, like, why wouldn't I fall into that? You know?
Yeah.
It's very sad. Like, and you know, I've watched it and I've seen all the allegations, and I just hope they're safe and they're good, you know. And I'm gonna continue to pray for them. Like, to them, we're Delulu.
Yeah.
To the people that's still there,
they're still in there.
We're delusional, but
I know.
You know, it's okay.
Because they got brainwashed. That's literally what it was. And so, like, all we could do is just pray for them. But the only thing is, like, I don't want, because sometimes the enemy would use that. Yeah. And I'm glad that they're using, like, Netflix and, like, using that platform to spread awareness. But then at the same time, I don't want people to stray away. You know what I mean? Because, like,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what gives people church hurt. Like, church how hurt. You have, you know, like, don't let one bad apple, like, ruin the rest of them in the tree. You know what I mean?
Yes. It's because, like, I've always known after, like, experiencing church hurt, like, even though it took me a while to step foot in a church, I still was like, oh, I want a relationship with him. Like, that's why I can agree with you when you say, like, being spiritual versus, like, religious. But at the end of the day, Tim Ross said this, and this, like, shifted my perspective of, like, if you had food poisoning at, say, I don't know, a restaurant, you're not going to go to that specific restaurant, but you're not going to say, I'm never going to eat this type of food ever again. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so when he gave me that analogy, I was like, oh, this makes so much sense.
Yeah. It's like, oh, one guy cheated on me. I'm never going to
date. I'm going to just become a lesbian and say, fuck it. And like, fuck men. Like, no, that's not what it's giving.
No, yeah.
Sorry, Lord, my words right now.
Yeah, but you see, you're human. I'm sorry, God. I repent.
He's working on my mouth. He's working on my mouth.
You know, it's crazy. Like, when I go, because I work a 9 to 5, and when I go, like, I say my prayers every morning. Yeah. And my prayer is to just control my mouth sometimes, like, because I like...
People be trying something about Aria. Don't try her.
I'd be like, it's just like corporate life is, I can't wait to... Guys, make sure you download and stream Give Me Some More.
Please.
So I can quit my job.
So she can just quit her job. She can go on tour, and so she can just do what she got to do.
Yeah.
Loves to do.
I'm sorry to my job. I love y'all, but, you know.
You got to do what you got to do right now. But at the end of the day, this is temporary, baby.
Yeah, but that's my prayer. I'd be like, God, like, just please. Because some days, like, because a lot of, I mean, in any industry you're in, corporate, like the entertainment industry, sale, anything that you're in, like, there's politics, right? Like,
always.
And people will, like, step on you to get ahead of you, or people will, like, talk to you crazy, and that's in anything that you do. So that's why it's important that you do what you love, so that, okay, I'll tolerate this.
It's tolerable.
Like, I'll tolerate this because I love what I'm doing. Yeah. You know? But some days it's just like, and I already don't want to be there, so it's just like, I just have to pray, like, God, just control my mouth, because some days it's like,
especially because if you're like a bright light, and I've experienced this in the corporate world, like, if you're a bright light, they'll try to dim your light.
For sure.
And I feel like darkness really just try to, like,
especially being a black woman in corporate as well.
Yeah, you know. And I think you're like, you have some type of power, like, in position, they're gonna try you always.
Yeah, they don't like it. They don't like to see us win, and it's sad, but it's true. You know, and it's like being a black woman in anything, in politics,
bottom of the totem pole.
Like, you know, so it's just. That's why I will make my own money and be my own boss.
Period. That's what we're going to do, because we're entrepreneurs, and we're creative, and we're talented and beautiful.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm just saying everything. Like, this is our list.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Is there anything else you want to talk about, sister? Like,
I don't know.
I feel like we're just flowing right now.
I know.
I was like nervous at first because I haven't done this in a minute. And then sis came and she was like,
it's natural, because this is what we used to do on the couch. So.
Oh, yeah. We're just like eating food.
Yeah.
Talking. Yeah. Chit-chatting. Anything. Okay, let's say, like, rest of the year, 5-year goals of, like, where you see yourself.
So by the end of the year, I see myself, like, and this is not me being unrealistic, like, I will be the next star.
Period.
I'm like, I'm going to just speak that now. Like, I'm not Like, yeah, it's just not.
You heard it here
it's
first.
Period. Like, it's.
You heard it here first.
I'm done. But in 5 years, honestly, I just want to be successful. I want to be happy.
Yeah.
And what success looks like to me is me doing what I love and me being happy. It's not money, but yes, money. We want money.
We
like,
need bread.
I want to live. Okay, I want to be financially free. But, you know, it's just happiness.
Yes.
You know, and just being in a place in my life where I don't got to worry about bills. I don't got to wake up at 9 to 5. If I wake up early, it's because I'm doing what I love to do, you know. So I think that's like my biggest goals is just happiness and freedom. So
freedom.
And also to be closer to God, because that is, my therapist asked me that today. She was like, what are your spiritual goals? Which I like that she asked me that. And I told her, like, because even right now, I told you, I'm in a place where it's like, I'm obedient, but I still want to do me. Maybe, you know, and not do me in a bad way, but I don't want to be like a nun. You know what I mean? It's a journey,
bro. You know? And we're in our early 20s.
Yeah, so I'm just like, let me maybe like one day like be really like 100% like obedient, being Christ-like, like, you know.
It's a journey, sis. Yeah, I feel you.
Journey,
and I needed you to say that because I've really been having these conversations like with God by myself of like, bro, I gotta be realistic. Like,
but that's good that you acknowledge that and then you pray about it. I pray about it. Like when I feel myself falling short, I'm like, God, like even at church, some days like I'll start thinking about other stuff at church, and it's like I literally have to sit there and pray and be like, God, like please just open my ears so I can listen and just like let me focus and hear the word, because right now I'm thinking about, okay, I gotta edit this video and
you're like not present. I feel it.
Yeah, you know, so that's a good word for it, present. Like I just want to be more present, and whoever like is my family at the time, maybe I'll have kids, maybe I'll have a husband. But yeah, just being God. All my friendships, anybody around me, like I just want to have a solid like foundation of people in my life who like believe in God, who walk in God, who want positive vibes. Like I don't want to gossip, I don't want to do none of that. Like I just want good vibes only. I want to be happy and live my life.
Period. Point blank period. And that's it. And that's it. Thank you so much. This is such a great episode, sister.
No, thank you for having me on. It was such a pleasure. I'm really proud of you in doing this. Like, keep going.
I'm just trying to be consistent, yo. Like that's just. I feel like that's been. I'm just saying this because I need to like look back at this and be like, yo. Consistency has been my one thing that's been like stopping me. I feel like I have the discipline. I feel like I have the work ethic. Yeah. And I've been blessed enough to have a great support system. Yeah. Especially because it's about to be my 2-year mark in LA. Yeah. Officially. But consistency, you know?
Consistency is key.
It's key.
But you acknowledge it. And exactly. That's the important part. Because that was me with music. It's like, okay, like I'll drop one song, it'll do good numbers, and then I won't drop for another year. Like, but imagine if even with you, like it's gonna take like for podcasts, like you said earlier, you need to post reels and stuff like that. Yes, the shorts. It takes that one video like to just go crazy, and then like now you interviewing Beyonce.
Yeah, no, and I don't want like especially maybe, no, like I really just only want God-centered like God-fearing people.
I feel that because you're trying to protect your podcast.
Yes, like I just can't. Now I'm seeing, because at the beginning I was like, I'm gonna just invite anybody and interview all my homies, but like now I'm just being very, very intentional.
That's important.
And
well, because it's your platform, right? It's your baby. It's something that you're building. That's like with me, like with
your music. Yeah,
I like working with people that I know and that I consider family, because when it take off, you know, you want to know that it was no bad energy.
And you can look back and be like, okay, this was every person I could like vouch for. Yeah. And they're doing great things for the Lord, you know?
Exactly. Like, I love that. Just to see you like, cause I remember seeing you at church. Bruh. And I didn't know you like, cause I think at the time when we used to hang out, we never really, both of us, we weren't talking about God, and I don't even think we were there yet in our journey. So like seeing you at church was random, and I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah,
at one church.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, Ricky. Hey, sis. And then just like seeing your stories and seeing like, okay, like you did that show.
Yeah, right? Ransom, like Tulsa fam.
Yeah, and I'm like, I love that you're diving like deeper into your faith. Bruh. And just walking and just know that like it's okay if you fall short. Like, We all do. And we're human, and just pray about it. It's a journey.
It's a journey. So. And I just want to be real, because I want people to know that, like, it's not cookie cutter, like, you know, like,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're a Christian and you can't. Like, someone said that the other day, and I was like, bruh, like.
What'd they say?
They were just. I mean, like, I did fall short, but, like, respectfully, I'm learning, and I'm this journey. Exactly. And I had to tell her, I was like, yo, the Lord's still working with me. You know what I mean?
Exactly. At the end of the day, the Lord forgives us for our sins. Like, that's why Jesus died for our sins. Yeah. Like, he will forgive you no matter what you did. There's no sin that's worse than the other. A sin is a sin at the end of the day. Like,
yes.
So whoever's judging you for it, like, I'm sure you sinned the other day.
The other day.
Yeah, like,
other day. So, like, get out of my business.
Yeah. So, don't, because, I mean, that's what strays people away, though. It's like, oh, my God, like, I can't take this no more.
I can't do this. I can't do that.
Yeah, like, this is suffocating me. It's like a relationship. If you constantly, like, on your partner all the time, or your partner's constantly, what are you doing? Who's in your phone? Where are you going? Like, they're suffocating you, and now you don't want to be with them.
Far away from it.
Yeah, like, so you don't want to feel suffocated by religion.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So,
big difference.
Yeah.
Thank you. You were preaching. That was a bar.
No, I should be a preacher.
I think you should. No, honestly, I could see it. Motivational speaker, like,
it's all experience, though. Honestly, it's just experience and like life be lifing, but it's all a part of, like, your testimony. Yeah, exactly.
And you're inspiring, sis. I just want to know, you've inspired me. I love you so much.
I love you.
Where can they find you? What's your Instagram? Let them know.
So make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at It's Aria Official, ITSARIAA Official. And that's pretty much on all platforms. It might be one A off of one of, but you can find me. It's Aria.
You'll find her.
Yeah, like, It's Aria Official. And just make sure you guys, when I drop, give me some more. Make sure you guys stream it, download
Please,
it,
y'all.
Dance to it. It's fire. It's a hit. Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. I can't wait. I can't wait. But that's it, y'all, for this episode of Believe University. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want y'all to make sure to, drop a comment, let me know who you want on next. And last but not least, don't be afraid to be you. Peace.